Let's get ready to rumble!
My name is Hans Meijsels. I'm the business manager of HRTECH Valley, and Stephanie is she will tell you yourself. Well, today we're gonna do a back-to-back in recruitment. Attract me and get me hired or get me started was the topic. We have two digital solutions here for you to present themselves. But first, we have to ask you or tell you this is a recorded edition. So everyone will be recorded. If you don't want to be recorded, please turn your camera off and your microphone. If you're not talking, please also turn your cameras off. So we have the screen for the speakers themselves. That being said, I'm going to give the word to Stephanie, who is moderating and introducing you to the first speaker. Stephanie, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Hans. Thank you. So for those who don't know me, I doubt it, but I'm a lecturer at Thomas More University of Applied Science in the Bachelor of Applied Psychology, and I'm one of the few lecturers who's embracing HR technology with my full heart. And today we have the pleasure of inviting Sam from Lancr, and I'm sure Sam will explain at length what Lancr is, but they want to free freelancers from the administrative hassle. And I'm sure all of you know that freelancing is very trendy. Many people don't have traditional arrangements for their income anymore. Like myself, I'm a lecturer, but I'm also a freelancer. So I'm all ears, Sam, on how you can make my life easier.
All right, perfect. So thank you, Stephanie, and welcome everybody. So I will first start showing my presentation maybe, and we'll make it a little bit more clear. So thank you for the invitation. And indeed, as Stephanie said, we will talk about today about Lancr. Let me see. Yes, so let me first introduce myself. So I hope the screen is visible for everyone. Otherwise, give me a scream if it isn't. So first, a short introduction about myself. So my name is Sam, 24 years old. Work now for 2 years as a product manager, both at DIPS and Lancr. What DIPS does is something completely else. That's a recruitment application for students. But today we will talk about Lancr. So my role as a product manager actually includes designing the functionalities of the application, managing them, analyzing them, and also some marketing and sales related stuff also. So now let's dive in. So firstly, I will give you guys some market context about why we have started with Lancr and why the market was ready for a solution as Lancr. So first of all, the war for talent is raging on. I think the war for talent is probably a topic that you guys already have heard about, but it's also trending nowadays. But the war for talent really means that organizations nowadays have difficulties in finding, reaching, retaining the right talent for the right positions. So they really struggle with finding the right talent, and they're always on the lookout for new HR technologies to improve their relationships with talent and also to find and retain them. So in combination with the war for talent, we also see another shift, and Stephanie already explained a bit of it, but 30% of the available workforce right now are temporary workers. With temporary workers, we mean freelancers or consultants who have temporary projects or temporary jobs. And this is a big shift, and especially when we look at the USA. In 2017, they already had 30% of their total workforce who were freelancers. And they also predict that in 2027, the number will climb up to 50%. So as the most recent study of Unizo in 2020 in Belgium, we had 175,000 freelancers already. So that's a huge number. And also in combination with the war for talent, this means that companies now really need to shift their strategies and their HR technologies from being that most of the time in the history employees were more permanent, and now they are shifting towards more freelance status. And also, this is also an important slide for us at Lancr. We also believe that in Lancr, your workforce should be your main asset, and this should also be one of the main priorities of a company. With your workforce, we also want to talk about the whole workforce, so the permanent workers and also the freelancers, because nowadays we often see companies who have really set differences between their internal talent and their external talent. And we at Lancr, we believe that also the freelancers who come for temporary projects also needed to be treated loyal and also be treated equal, and this will improve their overall happiness. So this was the section about the market context, but now we will talk about what we actually do at Lancr. So with Lancr, we actually make mobile applications for other companies in their own style, in their own branding, where they can manage and where they can set up their whole talent pool. So first of all, let's talk about what are talent pools. So originally speaking, talent pools are just a database or a spreadsheet or a sheet with some names on, but something organized where you can find all the talent that you want to contact. So this can be known talent who are currently working for you, or talent who have worked in the past for you, but also new talent. Nowadays, in the past, these were just some spreadsheet, but nowadays most companies have digitalized it really and included it also in their HR technology. So the combination between known talent and new talent is really important, because with talent pools, companies have 4 advantages of building them and maintaining them. So they have a faster recruitment process. When companies have a talent pool ready with full of fresh and new and original talent, they can contact them really easily when a new opportunity presents itself. So it's also very cost efficient. Nowadays, recruitment or recruiters need to have a lot of phone calls and email a lot of people, and it's really time consuming. But when you have a talent pool ready of talent who is willing to work for you, it could be really cost efficient to send out one email towards all the talent pool with the job opportunities, and normally the application will flow in. You can also do some bit of strategic planning. When you know which talent you have in your pool available, you also know when the right opportunities pass, and you also can plan ahead because you already know that the talent is available in your talent pool. And also the employer branding part is something really important. In the past, talent pools were just the databases, but we also believe that a talent pool needs a little bit of an extra, and that is what we actually are doing with Lancr. So with Lancr, as I said, we have a mobile application that we make in the complete style and branding of a company that is willing to work with us. And it's really to improve the relationship between the company and the freelancers that are working for this company. So freelancers nowadays will have to find job opportunities on several platforms, but when they are interested in working for one specific company, they can download the Lancr application or the application from that company specifically, and they can find all the job opportunities they have, and also other stuff like deals, which could be some benefits around fuel cards, insurances, flex desks, everything you need professionally as a freelancer, but also could be articles, interesting articles to stay up to date about the freelance space, and also could be invited towards events and etc. It's completely GDPR proof and completely a compliant communication channel to really improve the relationship between a company and the freelancers that are working for that company or interested in working for the company in the future. So now maybe to make it a little bit more tangible, a little case actually. So for Aussie, which is a client of ours, they had the original struggle of the war for talent and also the shift towards freelancers, and they were looking for a digital solution to build a talent pool and to have a more efficient tool for the recruiters. So we built a mobile application for them where freelancers can freely register and find more than 71 benefits on the applications. And we also connect and integrate fully with the recruitment systems of Aussie. So when they make in the recruitment system a new vacancy or a new job opportunity, with an API connection, we can lay a connection between their services and the mobile application. And the new vacancies or new job opportunities will be sent right through the application, and the freelancers who have registered in the application can apply and can show their interest towards the recruiter on the other end. So for Aussie, this was really a game changer. They have currently they have more than 200 projects already in the application. 900 is also a bit of an old information. Nowadays, it's more than 1,200 freelancers registered on the application. And yeah, for the recruiters, it was really time efficient and they could shortlist really easily all the interested candidates for their job opportunities. So this was actually my presentation and my short introduction in what is Lancr and what we are doing with Lancr. And I hope everything was clear, but that will be, so if there were any questions, be free to ask them.
Yes, you can ask them on the chat or the video is fine as well.
I got a question for you, Sam.
Yeah, thank you, Hans.
Yes, but it's just to make sure I understand correct, and I want to know a little bit more about Lancr, because I understand the talent pool part, but the benefits part is a little bit strange. That's really for fostering your freelancers, freelance talent pool, and to build out the community.
Yeah, so all the benefits that so as a benefit we have like 30 benefits that we as Lancr have negotiated for freelancers, and we give them towards our partners in the application as a kickstart of their community.
As a reward.
Yeah, as a reward.
Yeah. Okay,
so freelancers who actually register on the application from our clients from Lancr can find all of the discounts that we have, but our partners are also free to give benefits themselves. And those are typically like the fuel cards, the leasing plans, the insurances. So everything actually a freelancer needs for their professional life. And it's really to give the community a little bit of a kickstart, and also to improve the employer branding between the company and the freelancers that are interested in working for the company.
And where's your business model? Is that the companies pay to tap in for the talent pool?
Yeah, so the companies are actually paying for the mobile application part, but the rewards or the benefits that we are providing is like a little bit of an extra.
Okay,
so
and they're coming from those same companies, or they're coming from different companies?
No, the rewards can come from different companies. So we have, as I said, like I think 30 benefits. I think so 30 benefits are actually like a little bit of a discount section on the application, and they can come from all of different companies. Actually, from companies who are organizing events who want to share some discounts with freelancers, or a leasing company. It can really be, come from a lot of different companies actually.
Tax beneficial, yeah. Okay.
Yes. Actually, indeed.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. Anyone else have any questions?
Yeah, there are a few in the chat.
All right. I'm leaving my cam.
All right. I see the question, what does it cost?
Yes.
All right. No, it's a really good question. So it's actually broken up in two parts. So we have an implementation fee that will be around that's actually to build the application, to make it ready for the complete branding of the company who we are building it for, and that will be around 1,250 euros. And then it will also be a license fee to rent the application, and that will be every month, I think, around 800 to 900 euros. I also see that there is another question. I would like to present your concept to my managing partner. How do we do this? Yeah, you can always contact me by mail. I will put my contact information in the chat. And then can I also give like a more explained demonstration of how the application works, and we can set up or arrange a meeting.
Yeah, for me, it was very clear that there are benefits for the freelancer itself, but what for the employer? That wasn't clear to me. You mind
All right.
clarifying again?
Yeah, so no, for the freelancer part, I think it's clear that they have benefits and more faster way to new job opportunities. But for the employers who are actually working with us, in the case for Aussie, for example, it's really the time efficiency. So now, back in the days before they had our application, the recruiters needed to call everyone manually and send them emails. And now with the application, when they have a new job opportunity, they can just send it to us, the application. The freelancers can find it there. They can apply for it. They can show their interest. So it's really the time efficiency, which will also makes it more cost efficiency. And it's also the employer branding part. So Aussie now has a community of around 1,200 freelancers, and they can give them benefits, can send them articles, and it's really also the employer branding part. So it's built on the two things. It's the time consuming that we try to tackle, and also the employer branding that we try to improve.
Yes, very clear. Thank you.
All right.
There is a question: how do the freelancers come on the app?
Yeah.
Can you just log in?
So they can just log in. In the case of Aussie, it's just free to register. So every freelancer that has a VAT number can just register on the application. But also our clients are really, it's their choice. Some of our clients have a more, it's not free to enter the application, but you need to be known by them. So it's a limited registration, but Aussie just makes it open for everybody who has a VAT number. But our clients are, they are in the main seat, main driver of this. I see there's also another question. What differentiates you from other tools? Is this more like communication tool with freelancers? No, exactly. It's like a mobile application tool to communicate with your freelancers, but not only about job opportunities, but for events or discounts, etc. We are obliged to work with Aussie. No, not at all. That's not the case. Aussie is just an example of a company who we have built an application for. So we can build it for every company that is working with freelancers. But you're totally not obliged to work with Aussie, for example. It's your choice which benefits you want to include on the application. And Aussie is just an example of a company that we have built an application or a talent pool for.
All right. No further questions?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we've tackled them all on the chat, I think.
I think so. I will just have a look, but I think so, yeah.
Thank you very much, Sam. I know
Right.
it was a struggle to arrange this for today.
But we manage it. So
Yes,
thank
very
you for
much
the invitation, and thank you guys for the attention also during the presentation.
Yes, thank you.
Let's get ready to rumble!
So now we have the pleasure of listening to Entrilli. and they support employers also in HR digitalization, from selection to employee evaluation, and they're very known for to onboard the employees very well. And as you all know, onboarding is super important. A good onboarding will give higher job satisfaction, less turnover. The benefits are very clear. So, Lane, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Stephanie. Everybody, nice to meet you. Welcome in our presentation. I will now share my screen in order to give you more explanation about our beautiful tool, Untitled. Can everybody see the screen?
Yes.
Great, okay. My name is Leen van der Loo and I work since 2010 for Untitled. And I'm here today together with my colleague Emma, and she works now 2 years for Untitled. And okay, so let's start our explanation about who we are and what we do.
Maybe just, Lynn, sorry to interrupt. Emma is also one of our alumni.
Yes. Yes.
It's worth flagging that.
Right, yeah. Right. Okay. Good. Then I will explain Untitled. Very shortly, we started in 2010 as a preferred partner from Start People, but since 4 or 5 years, we also have other clients than Start People. We are a team of 12 very motivated colleagues. Our head office is in Antwerp. We are active in Belgium, but since recently also in the Netherlands. And together with the colleagues, we already have created about 470 journeys. What are journeys? Are the digital automated selection journeys. What we do is we are the expert in creating selection journeys in order to have the candidates, the new employees, well informed and well trained before they start. That's our PR. Okay, what is very important for us. Everybody knows that every talent counts, and it's very important to find and to retain the right talent. Before we had the war for talent, now it's really the war for attention. It's very important to keep the new employees. So the 3 points which are very, very important for us is, first of all, the experience of the applicant and the employee. We have studies have proven that if a selection process is too long, it's too much text, it's very annoying, and then many people will stop their selection process. So for us, it's very important that the applicant employee has a really good wow effect for their selection process. The second one is our process ownership. It's that very important also that the applicant is in the driver's seat. It's he or she decides when they will start their process and how they will start the process. Is it by mobile, laptop, whatever, tablet? They can choose also the moment. If they want to do it in the weekend, they can do it in the weekend. If they wanted to do it night after the parties, it's also possible. The third very important point for us is automation process. Since we make digital and automated selection processes, it means that it's a gain of time, very important time for the consultants, because a lot of things are done by the applicant at home. So the consultant can focus on the interview or info sessions, or since now with Corona, also the Teams conversations. And these 3 points are very important for us, and we have built actually our processes, our digital selection process with these points in mind. There are different steps we have. We attract the persons. We want to select them. We do also onboarding, develop, and evaluate. For today, we are focusing on the attract and select part. But it's also onboarding, develop, and evaluate is also a part of what we do. Actually, for entry, you can be used from an application until actually he goes on the person goes on a pension. So it's from the beginning until the end. A company can use Entry. Okay, let's have a closer look to attract and select the candidate. To attract, we can use videos, the tailor-made videos. It's dynamic, it's attractive, and it's the person is higher motivation because it's a video instead of a large text which he or she has to read. I will show you the example. I don't know if you can hear the sound. Yeah. So this is actually another way of attracting candidates, attracting employees. They get an immediate explanation of what they have to do, what is expected. Okay. So this is an example. Let's have a further look. It's the select. The select is also tailor-made, and we have here the funnel that we use is every selection process is made. It's made step by step, and in we have different steps. Is for the first one, we call it a pre-screening or a screening. That means these are the selection questions, really basic selection questions, knockout. Are you able to get on your own to work? If he says no, yeah, this is then we call it a knockout question. And with these questions, we can already see, or we can already have a selection of certain candidates which fulfill the demands of the client or which don't fulfill the demands of the client. Then, of course, we have the e-learnings. E-learning is actually information about the company. What can they expect? What does the client expect? Information about the jobs, and we can make it in different ways. We can have also with games, with videos, very interactive, but always tailor-made, and always we take care of the employer branding. Attitude, it's testings. We can have testings like mathematics test, logistic tests, production tests, but also really attitude tests. And before Corona, we could also have the attitude training as a classical training to test their attitude. We also have the interview, the depth interview. This is very important because that's at that point there is an interaction between the candidate and the consultant to see whether or he or she really fits to the company. Also possible is the practical training day, if necessary, and we also have the evaluation. And these different steps, they make that for the company, they have excellent candidates in both terms of competence and their motivation. Okay. The digital selection journeys, they are really made from A to Z. As I already said, the employer branding, the traceability is very important, especially for food companies. They have yearly an audit, and thanks to our system, they can show that every candidate is informed and trained before they start. Then you can do it anytime, anywhere, and on any device. I'll show you the video, but afterwards we will give you also a real life demo. As the selection starts from the vacature. It's very intuitive, it's very easy to use, it's user friendly. After every step, the candidate gets a feedback, hopefully positive, but in case of negative as well, everything is really clearly explained. As you can see also with the videos, they get the real life image of what they have to do for work. Then they get a question to answer. After the questions, they can fill in the pre-screening questions, the knockout questions. Also, after these knockout questions, they get an answer. And then you have the e-learnings or the checklists or tests. It's what the client actually wants. Okay. But I will show you the demo, that will be more clearly. Okay, I will go now to the demo, and first of all, I have here a mail. Every person which makes an application for a job gets a mail, and the moment he clicks here on the link, his selection procedure can start. Okay, let's do it like this. I will show you our platform. This is our platform, Entry platform, and we have here the journeys. And okay, let's try for Toyota. So here you see every candidate that starts at Toyota has to see the e-learning welcome by Toyota, welcome at Toyota, welcome by Toyota. This is the backend of our platform. This is the place used by the HR consultants. Let's have a look at the e-learning of Toyota quickly, so you see what kind of information is given. Go quickly because the magazine. Okay. Then the candidate has to answer the screening questions, and the screening questions can be have you already worked at Toyota? There's no public transport. How will you travel to Toyota? And the red ones you see here, these are the knockout questions. So if a person answers one of these answers, then he will get at the end the message, unfortunately, you don't fit for Toyota, and here are the reasons why. Okay. After the pre-screening, he or she can do the testing, and the testings can be mathematics. For instance, let's have a look. You have 5 pallets. Each pallet has 4 layers of 5 boxes. How many boxes are there in total? And so on and so forth. Once he or she has done all those tests, they are contacted by start people, or they can planify themselves for an info session in the agenda of start people or any other consultancy agency. And then this is very important moment, because the HR consultant decides at that moment, okay, this is a good candidate or this is not the right fit for Toyota. Once he or she has planified himself for the info session, they also get mails with information, also a mail to confirm their appointment, and also the mail to, don't forget, tomorrow you have an appointment with Star People or with any other agency. It's like you make an appointment at the doctor. It's the same system. You get also information, remember your appointment, and then the day before, tomorrow is the day to meet each other. Okay, what else do we have here on the platform is we can also, you see here, 14,390 candidates have started the digital selection process of Toyota. And if you have a look here at the results, you can see the results of the different persons, the cross is not succeeded, we can also add filters according to the date or according to the different steps of the selection process. And we can also have it make an export in the Excel file. Okay. Emma, would you like to add something?
No, I think so.
No. Okay, this is for us the most important thing for the selection process. If we go further, we have the onboarding, but this was not a scope for today. So I don't know if there are any questions. If you have any questions, I would say shoot.
I've got one, Lynn.
Yeah.
I don't see the chat, so I don't know if there's any questions or not. So something is going wrong technically, so I can't see the chat. But I have a question, and that's is it for consultancy only? The solution, because you're talking about an agency, consultancy.
Yeah. No, it's also for the companies themselves. For instance, if an enterprise wants to have a selection process, a digital selection process, it can also be used directly for the enterprise or the companies.
As a company itself,
yes.
Okay. Yes. And is it because this demo was blue collar? Is it also white collar able?
Yes, of course.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. With other testings and other.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
If we make. Sorry.
No. You were answering the question.
Yes. Okay. So if our approach and how we work is, when somebody has a question or wants to use or is interested in using Entropy, we always have an intake and analysis. We are really talking, go into conversation with a company and an enterprise to see, okay, what are your needs? How can we help you? And then we are making a suggestion, okay, from Entropy, with our experience, we would make a digital selection process with these or these steps, or we would make an onboarding with these or these steps. And then together we will also decide on the content, because the content is, as I said, it's tailor-made. We really need the information.
You get the mainframe, and the content is custom tailor-made. Okay, clear. Thank you, Lynn. I don't know if there are any other questions, but that might be up to Stephanie.
Yes, there is a question in the chat. So any person can use Entropy to find a new job, or only people who contacted the companies you made the application for?
No. Any person can use Entropy to apply for a job. Because our there is always a link behind an application, and if a person clicks on that application, he immediately is directed to our platform.
Yeah, right. So if there is, for example, a vacancy for Toyota, like you were mentioning, I click on the vacancy and I'm redirected to.
Yes. So you don't have to go by an agency. You just see the vacancy, you apply, and you are directed to our end platform.
All right. And Lynn, you were saying in the beginning that you're now also internationally active. So can we then assume we can use Entropy in different languages?
Yes, yes. For now, we have it in Dutch, French, German, English, but it's also possible in other languages.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions on the chat? Maybe it means there are no questions and everything was very clear.
Yes, I hope so. Yes.
I have one more question about your support module, please. So once if a company has chosen to work with you guys with Entrilli, how does it work then in a practical way? So you said in the beginning we walk them, we have meetings to see what are their needs, but once they're using it, is Entrilli then still in the picture? What
Yes.
happens if?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you
Once
explain?
it's once it's created, we put it on the platform. Then we give an explanation, a training to the users, and then we also have follow-up meetings and also evaluation meetings to see. The follow-up meetings are very important to have a really close contact with the client, and also if for instance there is something to change, we are very closely and very rapidly to change in case of need.
And we have also a help desk team intern in our company. Is when a client or someone have a question, they can easily send an email or contact us by phone, and we can help them.
Yeah.
We have 2 persons intern. They work always for help desk because normally when there's a problem, they can fix it directly.
Yeah, correctly. Yes. So we are really close with our clients. We also make them really often contact.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
There's a question on the chat as well. Did I understand this correctly? Entrilli can only be used in Belgium and the Netherlands.
No.
Can be can be used everywhere.
As long as you speak the language, right?
Yes. For now we have our clients are mainly from Belgium and Holland, but as a user, if you're on holiday and you are in South Africa or you're in the United States, you can use it as well. No problem.
And our team is also bilingual. We have one part in this. They work in Wallonia or
the French part.
The French part is we can expand our company also in the French because we have a lot of native speaking French people.
Okay, and you were referencing a client again like Toyota. And what about smaller clients?
It's also possible. Yes. Normally we make a selection journeys for the large accounts or the large client because the price is lower, but we have also some generalistic journeys, and then we can it's not custom made. We can do sometimes other tests, but it's not everything that the client wants. We can also possible to implementation for them, and then the cost is lower, and then you can use it also for smaller clients.
Yes, correct. Okay.
Right. I think there are no further questions.
Okay. Thank you for the attention. And
thank you. Thank you, Emma. Thank you, Leen.
You're welcome.
Let's get back into screen. I have a very, very strange screen. Does everyone else has that screen? We're seeing everything pretty double, or is that just me? That's just me. Okay. It's gone now. It was Emma. You were bypassing your mic. Yeah, I know. Busted. Yeah. No, okay. Emma. Thank you. Lynn. Thank you. Stephanie. Also, thank you for the moderation. I think for a very first edition, this went very well. I don't know if Sam's still here, but Sam also thank you. I wrote down we have a lead somewhere down the road today. I also wrote down I hope this all is GDPR proof, but I do believe so. Please do notice you were being recorded, and you can find this video on the website of HRTECH Valley one of these days. And yeah, we hope to see you next time, because next week we have 2 other solutions for you to offer. Okay. This was it. It's a wrap, I think.
Thank you all. Yes, I will stop recording now. Thank you all.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Let's get